Are you a shooter who feels you just can't control your pistol every time you're shooting? Or do you think you don't have enough strength with your hands to control your gun? If so, this video is for you. Before we continue with the content, we want to thank our friends at DryFireMag for sponsoring this video. They're a great company, great supporter of the channel. They allow us to provide the content that we're creating for you. And they have a great product that allows you to use a striker-fired pistol without racking the slide after each and every shot. This will allow you to have a very good trigger press, allows you to learn how to get rid of the slack on your trigger, learns how to reset your trigger, and overall will help you improve your accuracy as well as your speed. They have a standard version and a smart version that allows you to shoot a laser with every trigger press, and that will allow you to also use different types of laser targets as well as smokeless ranges. Make sure to check them out at the link below and use TAC Hyve for 10% off your entire order. Now let's get back to the video. Hey guys, this is Myles at Tactical Hyve. A few months ago, we posted a video on our social media accounts where I talked about how your support hand is very important when it comes to a two-handed pistol grip. So if you are a righty, it's going to be your left hand. If you're a lefty, it's going to be your right hand. And I talked about how connection with your support hand is extremely important, connection with your firearm. So we want to have good friction so that our gun and our hand are moving in one unit, so to speak, rather than this gun wobbling or flapping all around within our grip. We want to have good connection, good friction, good control over the gun. And this will allow us to have a much better grip that will ensure much more accurate shots as well as faster shots because we have more control over the gun. A lot of people really liked the video and agreed with the video, but there were also people who commented or asked questions like, what if they don't really have a strong grip? They can't really control the gun and be one with the gun, once again, moving as one unit. So this often happens. A lot of people will think that, okay, they must have strong hand grip, and that absolutely helps. But why is it that there are some people who are much older and maybe have less grip strength that can still control guns very well? It does help, once again, and if you're younger and you're strong, you can rely just on your grip strength. But as we get older and to be more efficient and to use less muscle strength, you can combine it with other techniques out there. There's really no right or wrong way to grip your gun as long as you're following certain principles like having good leverage, friction, having that good connection. The main thing is you want a consistent grip that will stay in place shot after shot. So the different techniques out there can allow you to do that, once again, as long as you're fulfilling the principles. So a lot of people, when they watched that video, they were thinking that it all has to be your hand strength and it just has to be simply this right here. But what if I have physical issues? What if I am not strong enough? How can I keep good connection with my support hand on this gun? So if I cannot have good connection just like this, just because I have arthritis or whatever it is, then think about the different ways that I can create that connection. And one is very popular. That's something, if you've been shooting for a very long time, you've probably heard of it, the push-pull. And the idea here is to use your entire body, in this case, your entire hand, your arms, your shoulders, your lats if you want to create that tension or connection. So if I just use this and I'm focused on my hand, I might not have it. But what if I'm using my firing hand to push a little bit into my support hand? So by doing that, I'm causing more friction and connection. My gun is being pushed into my support hand, so I can have that connection there and I don't have to rely on having really, really good grip strength. Now, there's many ways to approach this. I'm just sharing one technique here where I just talked about, okay, this support hand can be right here. Maybe I don't have good strength, but I'm creating connection by pushing. But you could do a traditional push-pull where maybe this hand is not just there, I'm actually pulling a little bit with this hand, less with the fingers because maybe I have arthritis, okay, or I don't have really good grip strength, but I'm pulling with the hand and also pushing. So the idea here is I'm creating that friction or connection by using more muscles, more body parts. It's not just my hands, not just my fingers. A lot of younger shooters or those who are very athletic can get away with it and might not have any problem for a very long time. But for those of you who have been really working on your grip, hand strength, and you still can't control the gun, perhaps it's because you've reached your ceiling when it comes to controlling the gun just simply with your hands. And this is when it helps to have that counter tension or creating that tension and friction and connection by using more muscle groups. So this is something that you can experiment with. I can't tell you exactly how to do it because everyone's a little different, hand sizes, what's comfortable to them, and of course, ultimately what provides them results. But the idea is it doesn't just have to be your fingers. You can explore using or pulling back with your entire arm. Maybe it's just your hand pulling a little bit so you don't need your entire arm. Maybe for your firing hand, traditionally, people who have learned this in the past maybe will be pushing with their shoulder a little bit more or their entire body, or maybe you're just going to push maybe with the heel of your palm. Again, the idea here is to explore your grip and don't get pigeonholed in thinking that it's just hand strength. Explore the different techniques to creating that tension, that counter tension, as well as that friction and connection with your gun. And when you find it, you will notice that your gun is going to track much more predictably. It'll be a lot more consistent shot to shot, and that's going to really take your performance to the next level. So once again, for those of you who are confused or might not have a really good grip strength, try this out. There are lots of different things that you can do on the range to practice this, but it can start off as simple as just single shots and seeing how the gun reacts in your hand. This said, I do recommend that if you don't have a training partner, video yourself. See how that gun is moving in your hand. If you see the gun kind of leave connection with your support hand, then that's a telltale sign that maybe you should explore more and try different techniques. In any case, I hope this video clarifies some things when it comes to grip. Grip is one of these core skills that you're constantly going to work on. There's never a black and white way to approach it. As long as you fulfill the principles, then you can experiment with different techniques and styles so that you can find what works for you. This is Myles at Tactical Hyve. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure to smash that subscribe button and let us know what you think in the comments below. See you guys next time.